All right, Des.
All right.
Do you want to start?
Yeah, you can go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Black Sheep Trio podcast. I'm Des, obviously. We got...
I'm D.
Brick City Playboy.
Hey.
So, this podcast, we're basically just going to be chilling, and just talking.
Be chatting, talking.
Yeah,
we're talking about life.
Yeah. I think we're just missing one person, our cousin Dan.
Because Dan, we had some technical difficulties with everyone trying to meet up tonight, so.
Yeah, we're also in a different setting. Crowd.
Yeah.
So.
Where are we, Des?
Welcome to my casa. This used to be my game room.
What did you used to do in your game room?
I used to stream playing Fortnite on my PlayStation. That was about it. That's all I really streamed. I just play Fortnite. What about you? You started streaming, Angel?
Yeah, I started streaming a lot of Apex. Actually got a little pretty good shit. I used to be pretty frosty at Apex, but I stopped playing, so I just move on as the wind goes, time goes, I guess. But yeah.
What about you? This is your streaming right here, right? You haven't streamed a game before?
No, I've never really streamed a game. I mean, if I did stream a game, I was murking niggas when I back in my gaming era. But
Well, what game?
Call of Duty.
For real?
Yeah. If anyone wants to smoke though, you can add me on Xbox, Ghostface 230. That's my shit.
If you play Fortnite, you could add me. Hey there, I'm Desi. No spaces.
And shout out to all the 5M players. Anybody that gets on 5M GTA, shout me out. Drippin' RP, by the way. So let them boys know. I'm also staff there, so we got 5 million starting cash. So everything's pretty much good to go. There's drip, and there is it is a 100K or die server. I will say that.
What's that mean? 100K or die?
So usually in GTA, excuse me, there's usually NPCs, but to make it more semi-serious, RP is what we call it. So semi-real, semi-fake. They get rid of the NPCs, and usually it's just the player base that's in the city and runs around the city.
So everyone's a person.
Pretty much, yeah. And you build on your character. You either get a persona, you can go and get roles. You can work at some of the little jobs that they have implemented within the system of the server.
That's dope.
But yeah, just throwing that out there. But anyways, yeah. So what do you guys want to get into?
So yeah, if you guys like that GTA role playing game. He streams that and shit, so you go there watch him on that.
I will be streaming that.
Where do you stream, Angel?
Right now, I currently do not stream.
So why do we lie about you streaming?
I just said I was going to be streaming. That's why I was correcting it.
Okay.
But,
I thought you were currently streaming. That's why I was like, yeah, he streams. All right.
But yeah.
I mean, he did a couple. He just probably not right now, because he's playing a different game. I think he's in.
Same game.
All right, shit. So, what topic is gonna start us off for today?
I feel like honestly we should talk about the Illuminati.
Oh boy.
And the industry in the hip hop. So
what do you think about that balloon that came over?
Here's a really good one. I don't know if anybody's related to what's been going on by the way, Just In on YouTube. Subscribe. They actually are bringing the latest news too. Also, as far as there's new Biggie Smalls evidence and reveal. Diddy
you're promoting someone else's channel, but hold on. If you guys like our videos, like and subscribe to us though.
Yeah.
But
obviously, yes.
But keep on going.
But yeah, they do. They're bringing in a lot of new evidence upon Biggie Smalls' death and a lot of interesting things. A lot of things that we actually would want answers to today. But yeah.
What do you think about the balloon that came over from China?
I actually didn't follow too much upon that.
See, with that whole balloon thing from China, I think they were just saying they were using it to study weather and stuff.
Yes, and it accidentally came over here.
But honestly, they were saying that we've sent over mad balloons in the past few years over them.
Right.
So it's why not just let them do the thing if it's harmless,
I mean, also, you know how they say history repeats itself? I can't remember the exact year, but I saw a video online where years, maybe 100 plus years ago, China had started invading us by using balloons such like that.
I actually seen on TikTok some shit. Of course, I don't know if it's real or not. It was on TikTok, but there was like some like fraudulent Chinese police stations based here in the United States that were like operating and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if you guys seen that or not.
I didn't see
anything
it.
about that. That was interesting. I didn't really look too much into it, but I just seen a little clip of it on TikTok.
I was actually like driving to school the other day, and on the radio, like that's the only news I get because I don't trust the fucking news. But on there, they're like, it's like the new trend is everyone's getting their news from TikTok. And then also, what came out in my macroeconomics class, my teacher was saying that I think it was Fox. Fox was saying like they were getting in trouble for not reporting the actual news, and they're like, we report what people want to hear. It's news. It's just not the actual news. It's what they want to hear though. So they're saying like, oh, if Trump lost the election, they'll be like, oh, Trump won the election, and everybody can live with like their fantasy world on Fox. Isn't that insane?
Quite insane.
Right.
I feel like you shouldn't really be able to do that nowadays. Like, it's like, what? You're gonna say Trump won, but then someone else is in the office or something?
Right. That's what I'm saying. I think that really promotes the delusion that they had before when they stormed the fucking Capitol and shit, though. So, I don't know. I never trust the news networks. All that shit is literally just poison pushed out for us to distract us from the actual shit that's going on. So.
Okay, well, if we're talking about like politics and shit a little bit,
Yeah.
I know this is a little bit of an old topic that happened a little bit ago, but how do you guys feel about like that Kyle Rittenhouse situation during the BLM protests?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know who Kyle Rittenhouse is? Do you know who Kyle Rittenhouse is, Angel?
Familiar. It was what was the exact situation though? Can you refresh my
So
memory?
he was at the BLM protests. He was out there. He was armed with a rifle, but he also had first aid, and he was not out there intending to kill anybody. He was out there providing help. He like there's videos of him out there being like you can hear him in the background saying, "Hey, does anyone need any medical assistance? I'm here to help." Mm-hmm. And then since he had his rifle there and he's a white kid, I think people had assumed, okay, he's here for like the wrong reasons. Came up and tried to attack him and disarm him, and he was like, "Why are you doing this?" And he was like, "You're attacking me, trying to take my gun. No, I'm gonna shoot you, and defend myself." And he got away with it. It was all self-defense, and I think he killed 2 people and injured 1.
Mm-hmm.
Or killed 1, injured 2. I don't remember, but you guys never heard about that? It was a whole big trial and everything.
I honestly heard about that. I can't remember. I know it was something with like white dude with a firearm, like during a Black Lives Matter protest, and he shot people, and that's all I really remember.
Yeah. So one of the dudes that attacked him, came up
and hit him with something.
Ran up on him and hit him in the back of the head or neck with a skateboard. You know how that would feel. Getting hit with a skateboard.
Good old fashioned trucks, Matt. That shit is not a fun one to play with. Usually if you get them over the top of the head, usually it hurts very bad.
I would assume so. So yeah, he got hit in the back of the head or the back of the neck with a skateboard, and he was like, "Yeah, no, bam."
I saw a video.
Shot a dude.
I can't remember what the video had though.
Cool question. What was you guys' scariest moments in life?
Wait. Can we stay on topic real quick? I have something that's kind of related to Dee's topic.
All right.
So you were talking about something that happened a bit ago. I have something that happened recently. You ever heard of Denisha Montgomery? Basically,
fill me in.
She was, I think it was in the Marines. She was in the the Armed Forces, and actually, yeah. So she had kids and stuff. Her sister was in the Armed Forces as well. And so, anyways, she went out one night with people in her like group or whatever, her platoon or whatever it's called. I think it was like 5 of them. They all went out off the base to go drink and stuff. They're on their way back, and I guess they start like grabbing on her, like grabbing her by her throat, like covering her mouth so she can't breathe, etc. So they end up recording her and like showing them trying to get her back in the car, like they're trying to help her, So she went and reported it afterwards. They're like, if you report this, we're gonna have to report you also for fighting back with them. So that's how their scapegoat always. They like, if you get someone in trouble, you'll get in trouble yourself. So then I think it was like a week later or something. She also called her family like after it happened and was like, this is what happened. I'm trying to document it. Like they basically don't give a shit, and showed them like the bruises on her neck, her arms, just basically like, how they were hurting her and shit. And she told them to record it in case she died because she feels like they were going to try to kill her. So I think a week goes by and she's found in her dorm dead. They said she suffocated herself. And it's like such a coincidence that just a week later, these people were trying to suffocate her in the back of a fucking car. Did you hear about that at all?
I didn't hear about that, but that sounds kind of scary. Like,
yeah, they're saying it was ruled as a suicide, and her family's trying to fight it. But the military is so good at covering shit up. It's ridiculous.
The military?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, especially
for sure.
Like crimes that happen with women. It's rape and all that stuff. It gets like just swept away. But yeah, so we can change the topic. I just wanted to bring that up and see if you guys heard about it because I found her sister's page on TikTok and like have been promoting it to get it more coverage.
So what were you asking, Angel? You're gonna have to speak more like closer to the mic like this.
Here, let me say her name real quick. Her name's Denisha Montgomery. If you want to look up her story. All right, go ahead.
So what was your most scariest moment in your life, or I should say traumatic experience with something within today's era?
My most traumatic experience in life to date, I think, would have to be getting in the car accident that really messed up my back, because it's not fun feeling like my back is broken every day.
Right.
So yeah, that would be mine. How about you, Des?
Can you come back to me? You can go first.
So I was on a jet ski in Florida.
Of course you're on a jet ski, bro.
I was 7. No, I was about 6.5 actually. I was with my dad. My mom just dropped me off at my dad's house originally. My dad had the secret plan to go on the jet ski in the canals. Living in Florida, we have brackish water. If you don't know already, that's where the fresh water meets the salt water. So, porpoises and a lot of animals go through, saltfish, a lot of protected and endangered species too. Not only my dad, we were actually supposed to go to the museum that day. My dad ended up taking the detour and we went to the canal. As we get there,
sorry.
I'm just picturing shit. All right, guys.
Because you guys are
not
quite
the full
long,
picture. We're getting
just like
So you're supposed to go to the.
But yeah, so I figured this is supposed to be interesting. That's why.
Some wrong turn ass shit.
Right.
Anyways, so yeah, it was me, my dad, and his friend Jackson. We get on the jet ski and we get in the water. For some weird reason, my mom, I wore a pair of new Timberlands that my mom had got me. As I got on the boat, I didn't realize it was probably smart to take my shoes off.
Wait, where are you?
Reason. I was in Florida. I was actually.
So why are you wearing Timbs in Florida? I just want to throw that out there.
Well, it's
New York.
I was 6, so my mom just bought me anything that was pretty nice. Like
you
I
wear
had a lot
what
of
the fuck
Jordans and everything.
Okay.
I was pretty spoiled, pretty shoe spoiled. Because we used to sell shoes in school too, in middle school, Millennium Middle School.
So what was the story?
So yeah, we get on the jet skis, and as we go riding out, like in the dead center of the water and shit, we literally come to hitting the currents and hitting waves, and we're bouncing up, and I flip off the back of the jet ski, and by the time my dad's friend Jackson realized that I was in the water, he was probably about 300 feet away from me, to be exact. And like he didn't realize it, so he came back, and I was literally underwater, and how the sun beams down and reflects on the water, it made the water look really like scary, like I don't know if everybody's ever seen River Monsters, but the way it just pops, things can pop out the water. But yeah, and I remember not seeing the bottom, and my shoe fell all the way to the bottom, and I was just like, and it just faded away, and it was like, and by the time I got back up, my dad's friend, scooped me back up, and that was the end of that. But that was probably one of my more scary experiences.
So yours was young. Yeah, that's all I can really think of is young stuff, because I pretty much conquered all my fears as I've gotten older. So I think mine would be, I was like 13 maybe, like middle school time, and I was on a basketball team. And
you played basketball?
I did play basketball. I was a chunky little basketball player. But it was for Catholic school too. It was nothing serious, like St. Francis.
You went to Saints. Catholic school?
11 years, Catholic school. We were called the Saints. Yeah.
What a saint she is.
such a saint. Shoot, actually, that was the high school team's name was the Saints. We were the Crusaders or some shit like that. Anyways, so it was like a couple of my teammates and I were at our friend's house, and it was like 4 of us total, 2 sisters and then me and my best friend, and they were her friends.
Yeah. I'm gonna need you, Angel. I'm gonna need you to stop doing that because when you squeak it every time, it picks it up. Cause like whenever I like move the mic or whatever, it picks up like the tapping and shit. So yeah.
There we go.
Just hold it like one place, like.
So
I can cut all that out though, but you know. All right, what were we saying though, Des?
So basically, there was 4 of us chilling at my friend's house, and we were like, oh, we're all out of water,
I'm
like.
Sorry.
So we were all out of water, and she was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna run to the store real quick. Like it's only a couple minutes away. You guys are like 4 teenage girls. I'll be right back." So we're all just chilling, and I think it's like 10, 15, 20 minutes go by maybe, like a short period of time since she's been gone, and all of a sudden we start hearing like a rattling at the door, and I'm like, "Dude, is your mom like locked out? Did she forget her keys or something?" And my friend's like, let me check my mom's location. So she checks her location. She's not there or something. And so I started looking around, and it came from she had a door on each side of her house. It was a 1-floor house. It was pretty small, 2-bedroom, like little 1-floor house. So it went from one side of the house to the other side of the house. And I'm like, dude, like it fucking moved. It started knocking on the windows. It was like definitely like a hard knock, and it was getting harder and harder. And we start freaking out. So I'm like, dude, we got to collect everybody and get away from the windows. Like I'm thinking like worst case scenario, you know, someone's trying to kidnap us. So I get everyone like in the hallway with like all the doors closed, so we're away from windows and stuff. And we try to call 911, and there's no service in this girl's house. We're all like connecting, but like as soon as we connect, the operator like says she can't hear us and shit. So we are like drastically calling 911. Oh, also, we went to peek out, and I look out, and there's definitely like a grown man figure just banging on her fucking door. So she's trying to call her mom. We're trying to call the police. Her mom's like, I'm on my way back. And, yeah, we are literally like shitting bricks, cuddling, like thinking we're all about to die in this middle of this girl's hallway. And then all of a sudden her mom like comes in, and she's like, that was your coach telling you guys that you had practice tomorrow, and you should have just looked out the door. And I was like, dude, we looked out the door, and there was a whole random figure. Like we were scared as fuck. But yeah, also I just thought it was weird, like what coach goes to someone's house like in the middle like nighttime to go tell them they have fucking practice. We have phones and shit, you know. But yeah, so that really scared the shit out of me. I literally called 911 like 6 times. So that's probably the most terrifying moment. Yeah.
Have you guys ever explored like abandoned buildings in your days?
No, I'm a whole punk. I'm scared of all that shit. I don't watch scary movies even.
Did you do that, Angel? Explore abandoned places with your homies?
Not in honest like perspective, I really couldn't remember really going in somewhere.
Right.
I could probably give a story of something happening, like, oh, I know someone of someone, but I would rather not if we're, you know.
Yeah. You do, though, D. I know that. You were telling me some crazy story about shit. You heard shit when you were inside, like, someplace.
I mean, I've had supernatural experiences, if you're going as far as...
Yeah, I would say that. All right, so if you have some supernatural experiences, do you guys have any supernatural experiences?
Yeah.
I smelled flesh in the air one time.
How the fuck would you know what flesh smells like?
It's you never seen like a dead animal on the road and you just smell the smell of death.
Bitch, I'm in my car. No, I don't get out the fucking. I don't smell. Okay, but yeah.
In Florida, it's different. But I used to always like to swim in the creeks, and usually it was not really the best thing to do because there's always snakes, cottonmouths, all that. But I literally went in one night after fishing, and I was literally like right around the corner in this creek area by the house, so the house wasn't too far.
Yeah.
But as I was walking, I remember hearing like it was one of those nights where like the crickets weren't making sounds, and it was just one of those creepy, dark, just quiet. Like you could just hear the scuffles of your feet, and you're just like, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
So as I'm walking, I see like these like a swift shadow just like move, and it was just like. It looked like a reflection, like somebody was maybe opening the door or something, but it really just, I don't know, it was like all black and just, I don't know, but and like I just remember smelling this raw, like it didn't smell like dead, like it was dead smell. It was smell like something was alive, but it was just like it was getting to like a putrid smell, like really sour, like pungent smell. And like I just tried, actually, for some particular reason in the back of my mind, I was like, I kind of want to like I wonder if that's like closed, because like each time I was walking, as I was leaving the creek, it was like you just got the smell got stronger, and then all of a sudden, like walking in the middle, I just remember just seeing like these like this big hump in the bush, and like it just like remember just being stiff there and just like moving up in the bushes, and I just ever since that day like I just thought like maybe that wasn't something I wanted to see, because it did unveil whatever it was. It could have been an animal, but it was just like I don't think it was. And oddly enough, getting back to the house, it just didn't smell like flesh anymore. And the next morning, walking back to that spot, it didn't smell like flesh anymore. So it definitely was something. Like something. I don't know what it was, but it was something.
I got a story like that, like it was something, but I also have like a supernatural story.
Okay, so how about you go?
Okay, so the thing that's like angels is, so I'm part of like a kinky community, and we do go to like events where it's more vanilla.
She's a whore. All right, what?
Watch your mouth, bitch, because just because you're involved in the kinky community does not make you a whore. Kinky doesn't mean fucking everybody. That's a whore. Like you. Anyways, so
fuck everybody.
Okay, this
so
podcast is fucked up because you have to cut all this out, right?
Okay.
You may have sexist females that be like, he just called her a whore. Oh, how dare you? I'm not watching.
I know, all my slaves would literally beat your ass. You have no idea. All my subs would just go ham. Anyways, so basically I was invited to like this bonfire. And it was a kinky bonfire, but like vanilla. So like everyone is coming from the same community, but vanilla vibes. So it's this bonfire.
Haram. I'll say that instead.
Literally nothing haram happened, motherfucker. We did anything that anybody else would do at a bonfire. Had s'mores and chilled and talked.
Nothing kinky?
Nothing at all. Like,
okay. I'm sorry. Keep on going.
Okay, so we got there mad late because we went to the wrong address, and it was like damn near the end, dude. And so we get there, and my friend's like, I really want to go. My pants ripped upon arrival. So I'm like, friends, like, go enjoy your time. Go enjoy your night. I'll figure this shit out. Because I was actually out of town at her house, so I had brought my suitcase, and I could just go in the back and, like, change my clothes from the clothes I had in my suitcase. But we were also in a ditch to park because we were in the country, and so my car was at, like, a tilt, right? So it was really difficult to change my clothes. So it took me a minute. So I finally get out the car to go meet her. It's way darker now. And I'm on the phone with her, and I'm like, yo, I'm getting out the car. I'm on my way. It's a very long driveway. Like, it was going to take me a minute to get to where I'm scared of the dark. So I get out the car, and it's pitch black, and I just see, you know what eyes look like from an animal in the dark? Like that gloss?
That glow, yeah.
Yeah. It was like a couple feet in front of me, and I'm just looking, and it's looking at me. And I'm like, dude, I'm not coming to the bonfire. And I hopped right back in the car and locked the fucking door. And I just got chills also. So I just was like, refused to get out of the car. And she's like, well, I'm like having a good time. I'm just trying to enjoy myself. You know, I'll send so-and-so to go get you. So so-and-so comes to get me. But like, it's a long driveway. It took a minute, you know. But I finally like ended up going. But like, I had to be escorted. And he brought like a light and shit. So it wasn't too scary. But then my, what was the other experience? The extraterrestrial. Paranormal, right? Yeah.
So yeah, then said supernatural, nothing about extraterrestrial.
Yeah, that's why I got confused. Well, paranormal and like other thing are the same thing. But so then I was younger. I was staying at my friend's house and a couple doors down from me, and it was her grandma's house. She was being raised by her grandparents, and it was a really old fucking house. And we were all sleeping in the living room. So you know how my house is set up? Like the living room's across from the dining room. It's just a very open floor plan.
They don't know, but we do, yeah.
Okay, so it's like right across. It's just like a hallway space in between, and like the rooms indent to the side of the house. So we're sleeping, and I all of a sudden get woken up in the middle of the night. Why do you want to burst out laughing?
Right. No, I'm just laying my face like this. See.
So, it's the middle of the night, and I wake up, and we're all on our couch, and I look straight, and right on the other side of the room, there's a nightlight, but in the glow of the nightlight, was a woman in a dress, just like a kind of like see-through figure, and she was just floating in the other room, just watching us sleep. And I'm looking at her, I'm looking at everyone else. They're peacefully sleeping, and I'm like,
Sorry.
I definitely just need to go the fuck back to sleep. So I just turned over and went back to sleep. And the next morning I asked
I'm sorry.
So you saw a woman that was kind of like see-through, standing in a dress,
in like a long, old-fashioned like nightgown dress, like to her feet, and she was just floating there watching us. And I asked my friend the next day, and she was like, "Yeah, I've seen her before too." And I was like, "Yikes, that was it."
So
what about you?
All my stories are in abandoned places.
You went looking for that shit.
Yeah, I basically went looking for that because, like, you know, I thought it was just cool. You know, I was a teenager. But shit, what one should I start with? What one did I tell you about? Because I'll tell that one, but I'll tell it second.
Okay, well, you were like in the house and like there was only a one-way exit, and like that one-way exit, like you heard a noise come from it or some shit, so you couldn't get back out or.
All right, so I got a funny story.
All
right, so I was with a group of people, and my thing always was, all right, if if we're going into an abandoned place, I'm not going in there with less than like 3 people or something, because it's just stupid, right?
Right.
What are you laughing about? What's happening?
I'm just laughing at him. Continue.
All right, so we were in this abandoned place. It was a mental hospital, and
yeah.
I was with a group of maybe like 7 people, but there was this one kid. He was a little fatter than everybody.
Right.
And like I always had this thing when I was like with like a big group of people in an abandoned place. I'd say, all right, who if anything happens, who can I trip, or who can I push back? That's gonna be so a sacrifice for the rest of us. Because honestly, when something happens, it's survival of the fittest. And if you're not the fittest, then you're not surviving. So
okay, Darwinism.
So there was this fatter kid, right? And we were walking up these stairs, and there was this black figure that. So it was just like a long hallway, like so that I don't even know how to explain it. You just go up these stairs, and it was a long hallway with all these rooms off to the side, and then at the end of the hallway was the stairs to go down. And at the top stairs, there's this old wheelchair, and then there was an old walker and shit. So like the vibes were already off. And I looked down the hall, and there was this black figure, this tall black figure that went from one room on one side of the hall to another room on the other side of the hall. So we all seen it, and we started running back down the stairs. I was in the back because I was at the top of the stairs, so we ran back down the stairs. And this other kid, he's a little fatter, he was right in front of me. So I grabbed his shoulder, and I kind of like jumped over his head on the stairs and kind of pushed him back. Yeah, I just couldn't be it. I couldn't be it. But then another story I got, I don't know, one that you haven't heard yet. I don't think you probably have, but not the one-way exit thing.
Yeah.
So I was actually at this abandoned. It is this old World War II hospital. I was there with my boy Lath, and it was just us two. Dumb. I don't know why just us two went, but we were trying to get our other friend Owen to like come and go with us, but he wouldn't come. So it was just us two, and we got to the roof, and to get to the roof, you gotta climb at the spot with like some bricks, where like there's like some loose bricks and like fucking scale like a little edge and shit. And if you fuck up, bricks are gonna fall on you and crash, and you're gonna hear it. So we were on the roof, chilling, looking at the view and shit. It was nighttime, and we hear bricks falling from where we came up. So we were like, what the fuck? Something's coming. So we had knives on us and shit, and we went to the other side of the roof, and there were some stairs there so we can go down. And we went all the way down, and my dumbass was like, wait, there's one last room that we didn't one last room that we didn't go into yet. So we had one in that room, and I was like, all right, it's a pretty nice room. And I don't know why we didn't just dip out after we heard like the noise and the bricks and someone like climbing up there after us. But we went in this room, and then when we were in this room, I heard like footsteps in the room above us. And this was like a 6-story hospital, so it was like how they make it down the stairs that fucking fast. We didn't hear you or nothing, and they were right above us. So yeah, after that we just dipped. But yeah. Oh, but
I heard
hold on.
What? I heard like a beep from one of the things. So.
No, but there was with the like glowing eyes shit. So we were going to the hospital, and like to get to the hospital, you had to go like through these woods. It wasn't that much woods, but it was some woods. And we had our flashlights out, and we seen mad pairs of eyes. I'm thinking it's some wild coyotes or something. We're about to get eaten up in these woods, and we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But no, it was just like cats or something, like some like little ass animals.
Yeah. That's why I worry. Like that was what I saw, because like cats and dogs have those like type of eyes that really shine in like the littlest amount of light. They get like that red.
And deer.
Oh, deer.
And fox.
Oh, true. Yeah, I was terrified. I'm like scared of all animals, dude. I swear. Yeah.
What do you got to say?
As I evaluate the stories, they are very great. I would like to continue. It's a good one. Come back to me, actually.
Okay. Ooh, I have a funny story.
Okay.
Alright, so the first and only time I ever stole a car.
You stole a car?
I stole my dad's car.
Okay.
Did you ever go on that site Meet Me when you were younger?
Never.
No, they were just bad kids. So Meet Me was like Facebook, but like for teenagers. You could only see and talk to people around your age group and like around your area. You're supposed to, make friends, basically. It's to make friends. So I'm on there and I meet this guy who also is like into boarding. He smokes weed. Like we had a lot in common, according to like the interests.
How old were you?
I was 17. He was 17.
Okay, so you weren't that really young. Okay.
Yeah.
But you were young at the same time.
Yeah, like, I think I might have had my permit. But anyways, so he was like, "Hey, what are you up to?"
Yeah, Nick.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, what are you up to?" And I was like, "Oh, just chilling at home." And he was like, "Yo, you trying to like hang out?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I kind of want like a milkshake. You want to go to like get a milkshake?" And I was like, "Sure." And he was like, "All right, well, we could go boarding." And I was like, that is dangerous. I would not want to go like boarding in the middle. It was like late at night too, like maybe 10 o'clock. So I didn't want to like go boarding at night with some dude I just met. So I was like, "Oh, dude, like we can just like take my car." And he's like, "Oh, for real? You got a whip?" And I was like, "Hell yeah." So I jacked my dad's car. It was this like Caravan too, and it was like his work van. It wasn't anything crazy, but so I took his van. I went and picked the dude up. We ended up going to McDonald's. Yeah, it was McDonald's. Or Denny's or something. Yeah, I don't know. We went to go get shakes. And we're just talking, chilling. Like, I ended up just parking by the lake so we could maybe talk or whatever. And so we talked, like, for hours. I'm like, "Oh, dude, like, I gotta go home. It's getting mad late." So I go to drop him off. And I'm coming down North Street, where the school is right there, and they have like that sharp turn, and I'm like kind of speeding. So I go to take the turn and I turned too hard and hit that curb, and it was like a fresh ass curb. That shit popped the tire. And I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm freaking the fuck out." I'm like, "Dude, I just stole my dad's car. Like, this is my first time driving. I've never even driven before." And yeah, he was just like, "Okay, well, I'll help you. Like, just go slow. It'll be fine. Just drive it back to your dad's house, and I'll walk home from there." So I'm like, "All right, bet." So I end up dropping it off. We say goodbye. My dumb ass forgot that my dad has cameras at every angle of our house. He has me getting in the car, me coming back with the dude with the tire popped hours later. Like, he's thinking the fucking worst. And I'm just snuggled in, like, thinking my dad's just gonna wake up and just be like, "Oops, popped my tire last time I was out," Nah, my dad woke my ass up, and I had like just got my first job at Wendy's. My check is like maybe $250 a week, and this motherfucker's like, "Yeah, you're buying me a new tire today."
Okay, so that's like what, $250?
Yeah, it was like my whole check, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
Yeah, all for some shake with a dude I met online. I ended up dating him for like 2 years, so he was pretty cool.
Huh.
That was a good experience.
Kind of have a story like that. Sorry,
Yeah.
Grandma. I'm sorry, Grandpa. But there was one time I attempted to take their car one time when they weren't home.
For real?
Yeah, like I unplugged the whole camera system and everything. I was gonna go pick up some friends that right down the street, come right back. And I was in the garage, and how the cars are parked, there's this like big ass wooden shelf like in front of where the cars are parked, and I thought that like the brake was the reverse pedal.
Yeah.
So I put the car in drive, and I pressed on the brake, and it didn't go anywhere. So I let go of the brake, and the car rolled forward, and it smashed right into the shelf. And then after that, I just got right out of the car, and yeah, went right inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I can't come pick you up. I don't know how to drive. I think I'd be like 15 at the time.
Damn. So they cuss your ass out, or?
No, they didn't catch me.
For real?
Yeah. But
I'm surprised.
Now they did.
Yeah. Oh. They pay attention to detail. But yeah.
Yeah, I just heard that beep. I don't think it's coming from the camera or anything. It's coming from your house.
I don't know. Would be beeping in here.
So you said that you wanted to talk about a Reddit story today, but did you even find a Reddit story?
I didn't end up finding one like worthy enough of telling. I had just gotten a new phone. I had some on my old phone that I had pinned, but yeah, I just got this new phone and all of my stuff's lost. So we'll have to come back to that and go looking. But yeah. So
but Angel wanted to talk about the hip hop culture and scene. So I mean, what did you want to talk about with that?
Okay, valuable information and a lot of I think important things that got revealed lately. A lot of stuff on Jay-Z, a lot of stuff on Diddy Combs, a lot in relation to the deaths of two of the well-known and well-liked rappers of that time period, Biggie and Tupac, of course. There was to be honest, there's a lot going on at that time, and oddly enough, for the guy to have shot Tupac and Suge to just sit there and stare right at the guy, you know, and I don't want to spoil too much of what there is to be still looked upon, but there's a lot to it. I don't think that, like, in the form of like how people say giving their rights up or selling their soul is like as what it sounds like it's so to be, but I think it's just a little odd that there are some people that are very like some celebrities that are very reclusive, but sometimes I get that because a lot of people still want their privacy.
Nah, there definitely is some shit about like talking to the devil or some shit when you sign a deal and shit. Like there's definitely something. like yeah, you sign like your music rights.
I would think it would be something that would be vocally said while you were still in an office in a suit and tie.
Obviously it's not going to be said right then and there because, like, you know.
But there are parties. I mean, there's even a lot of people saying that
like, who the fuck's gonna sign a piece of paper that says
there's a lot of people that are saying Doja Cat is a pawn in that game
because she shaved her eyebrows off and participated in.
Well, not only that, just her whole red ruby outfit, like that shit was pretty wild. Like, how did you remove those? Like, I mean, there's
she has
videos,
a whole team, bro.
Yeah, she's got money. She's definitely got a whole makeup crew.
Money for sure.
It's just that's crazy.
So basically, this Reddit story was about like embarrassing things their parents caught them doing. We could do that.
What's one embarrassing thing your parents caught you doing, D?
I don't really think my parents really ever caught me doing anything embarrassing. Like, they never caught me jerking off and nothing like that. So it's like, I don't really know. I don't have anything embarrassing that I ever got caught doing. How about you guys?
When I was 6, my mom had this friend at the time. They're still friends, high school friends or whatever, I guess. Yeah, his name was Anthony. He was kind of like.
All right, go ahead.
Gosh, we got a whole fireplace going and everything for the people.
Nice and warm. Gives that ambiance that we give a fuck. All right.
Where was I?
You were embarrassing story that your mom caught you doing.
Oh, I don't think it was necessarily embarrassing, like any private wise, but like my mom obviously. So my mom's friend Anthony would there'd be a few times he'd come hang out and we'd watch the football games and stuff, and he'd order Pete from this pizza place, and he'd order these calzones that were just filled with vegetables. You know, being that 6-year-old kid, I didn't really like vegetables, so in the end of it all, but so as I was, I used to have this PlayStation 2 that I would sit nonstop and play as a kid, and I was always playing Ratchet and Clank, and I was in the room eating. My mom brought food in there, and I thought we got pizza. Apparently, we didn't get pizza that night. We just got calzones, and my calzone was vegetable calzone. So
isn't
I
a
thought
calzone
it was cool,
pizza?
Huh?
Isn't a calzone pizza?
It's like pizza folded in half.
But as a kid, it's not pizza to me, you know?
Right.
So I was like, okay, this is not pizza. So I was like, I'll try it. Still took a bite. And then I happened to see this pepper and stuff inside there, and I was like, oh. I spit out the food. And I low-key took all the vegetables out, went into my closet, lifted up this corner of the carpet, and started putting all my vegetables in the carpet.
Nasty, dude. Why?
And my mom didn't find it for like 2 years. Yo, and then my mom one day was cleaning my room while I was in school.
Cleaning your room, bro.
I got home from school and she said, "Come here, let me show you something."
I love when they do that.
I was like, "What?" And I already felt, I was like, I didn't get in trouble in school, so I'm thinking to myself, like, "What?"
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So she brings me, she's like, "Do you smell that?" I was like, "What? I don't smell anything. It smells like spoiled vegetables in the room." And she's like, "Find where that smell's coming from." I was like, "I don't know where it's coming from." So as I look over, I know exactly where the smell's coming from, but I'm looking everywhere else but that spot. So as I go to lift one spot, my mom sees like something sticking up from the carpet. It was that like a part of the black pepper and like olive, and she's like, "What the fuck?" So she goes over there and lifts it up. And there's a bunch of like a smashed patty of vegetables sitting under there for like 2 years, 3 years, and it hit her in the nose, and she said, "Oh!" Like she just like didn't know how to react towards it, but that was the only like I guess embarrassing moment I've had.
What the hell?
Mine was at 18. No, 18. It was my 18th birthday actually. So I had gotten my first boyfriend. I had just turned 18. And I was still living at my dad's house. I was like partially living at his house, but he lived with his parents also. So to get more privacy.
What's the camera
on? 60.
So it was my 18th birthday, and I decided to bring my boyfriend at the time over to my house, because my dad and my sister were not home. So we're in my room doing the deed, you know, first time, 18. And my dad and my sister come home from wherever the fuck they were at. They were at a recital or something. And so my sister's like, "Oh, Des is home. She comes banging on my door. She's like, "Open the door." I'm butt-ass naked with this dude in my bed. I am not allowed to have boyfriends over. Like, my dad had cameras. I snuck this man into the house from the roof. Like, it was insane. So then my sister's banging on the door like, open it up, I want to show you something. And I'm like, "Nah, fuck you, bro." And she went and got my dad and was like, "Dad, Des isn't opening her door. She's being weird, blah, blah, blah." So my dad's like, "Des, open this door right now before I bust it down." And I was like, fuck. So I'm trying to figure out where to put this dude. I had one of those floating beds, you know, where that's like hollow around the outside. So like it's in the middle is where all like the weight support is or whatever. So he crawls into the side farther from the door. And my dad comes in and he's, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Dad, like I just got out of the shower. Like I was like under my covers. I was like, "Oh, just like getting dressed." And he was like, "Oh yeah." He's looking around my room. He sees this kid's boots in the corner of the room. Then he sees his feet hanging out of his bed and he steps on the kid. My dad is like 300 plus pounds, 6'2", 6'3". Like, my dad big as fuck. And this kid didn't make us fucking squeak. He ate it. He ate my dad stepping all over his ankles and shit. And then my dad's like, oh, so... I know. Could you imagine? So I'm just sitting there, like, shitting bricks. And my dad's like, so who's this under the bed? I said, there ain't nobody under the bed. He said, Des, I'm going to walk out this room, and you got 3 seconds to get your shit together. And I said, okay. And I told him to get the fuck out for a sec, and I closed the door. And this kid dipped out the fucking door, back out the roof. And I got dressed. And then my dad and sister came in, and they're like, where is he? I said, I don't even know what you're talking about. There was no man in here. You're bugging. And, yeah, that was embarrassing as fuck from just multiple angles. But, yeah. Never brought somebody home ever again. And I moved out shortly after. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I never got caught having sex or nothing like that ever, no.
That's good.
How about you, Angel? Did you ever get caught having sex?
Mm-mm.
I feel like I heard a story from you one time. Your mom knew that you were doing the nasty because she...
Oh, yeah, she smelled it in the house, remember?
What's that about? What's that about?
I can't stand
I'm sorry, Anissa. I'm sorry, Anissa. I had to bring it up.
That extra stuff. Like, you try not to remember it, and then people just do. So try to bring it up. Like, I was hoping that was a thing of the past in another chapter of life. But
it could have been when we caught you with the smell, okay?
But listen, don't.
Oh, okay. You want to tell this one? You want to tell this one? Okay, go ahead.
Because you also were with Dan Ram.
Oh, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. I'll name drop too if that's what we're doing.
Okay, Marissa. So girl named Marissa. And she had a guy named Dan Ram.
No, not the roofer.
He always would explicitly say that he used to ram, and it was just like, okay.
All right, so what's the story with you getting caught up with the smell? What was the smell?
It was perfume and sex.
Perfume and sex. All right. So how'd you get caught having sex by your mom?
I think my mom just assumed it because it just felt like a heated, extra hot in the house type deal. I guess.
And it was when you lost your virginity, so you were giddy too, right?
Yeah, I guess so. And so like it was weird because it was after the hour. I still to this day really don't know how mom even really. I still kind of deny it a little bit to her. Just though, I don't even give a fuck how long ago. We can go 30,000 years.
Well, we're bringing it on the pod today, so.
To the lights.
But yeah, it was on Valentine's Day too, actually. So I actually lost my virginity on Valentine's Day.
All right, so this is a topic. Can you show me that again, Des? What grossed you out so much in a relationship that you just left? All right, so there's this one time. See, I'm not gonna name drop because I'm not like that, but. There's this one time I had this chick over, and we're supposed to do the nasty, right? Yada yada yada, and you get down to it. I look at her nipples, and she had hairy nipples, and so I couldn't get turned on from there, from that point on. So nothing happened, and I was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. And then I just kind of like walked out of the house after that.
Damn.
Yeah. How about you, Des?
Something gross that I left the relationship.
And I wasn't even in like a relationship with that chick. It was just like,
I was gonna say I don't really have relationships.
But that's just something gross that made me be like, yeah.
You can go. If you want, I gotta think about it.
You guys believe that aliens are real?
No. What's something gross that made you leave a relationship?
We can go back to the aliens, for sure. I'll do one. Not that it was like really gross though, but the reason I left a relationship was just because like this dude like worked a lot, which I totally understood because we had the same job and worked a lot of hours, 12-hour shifts most of the week. But it got to a point where, like, he was just becoming so lazy where he didn't want to eat, like, actual food. So we were eating, like, Hungry Man heat-up meals for damn near every fucking meal. And I thought that was just disgusting because I love to cook. I just didn't have the time to do it.
Hungry Man.
Yeah.
All right, what?
So I offered to make, like, simple meals, meal prep, and he was just like, I like going to Walmart, getting my meals for the month, and keeping it pushing. If you don't like that, you can keep it pushing. And I'm like,
hey, it's a simple man. It's a simple dude.
Not for me, though. Not for me. I like
simple
to cook
dude.
and eat different foods, you know. Yeah,
so why weren't you cooking for him?
Because we were working 12-hour shifts. It was overnights. We slept all fucking day.
So you couldn't be understanding, like, all right, I understand we're working all this time. You can do this.
I definitely did. I was like, hey, like, I wanted. What would be something you'd be interested in eating, though? And he literally couldn't give me a meal that I could make him. He's like, I really like heating up my meals in 2 seconds. I like these dishes.
Right, and that's you. And so you left him for that.
Yeah, he was just...
You can't even win with these females nowadays, I swear to God.
Dude, seriously, though, would you want someone that's just stuck in their ways, not trying to evolve in any way? They're just content where they are? I have so much, like, plans for myself.
I mean, if it's his eating habits, was he getting enough protein in?
Fuck no, dude. He was so overweight, too, and that's the thing.
Oh, okay,
like,
then no.
I was trying to help him benefit his life, and if you're not... You can lead the horse to water, but you can't make him drink type shit. Like, I can try to help you, but if you're not willing to help yourself, I gotta dip, bro.
Yeah.
So it's that type of
That's
situation.
understanding.
What about you, Angel? You find your scenario about the chick? Never been grossed out before?
No.
Wow.
Nah? I can think of one time.
What?
It was about you giving head to somebody.
His foot jumped a little bit.
Tell it. You don't have to name drop. You don't have to name drop.
You don't have to name drop it out, but you could just tell a funny story.
Today's society, but we picked the oddest topics. I was hoping we could move on from these topics.
Oh my god!
All right, we can go to the extraterrestrial after you tell the story.
It's just a gross situation. It's just fucking.
Why was it gross? Was there blood involved? Was it smelly? What?
No, it's just too much tardy tackiness. I'm glad. Like I just.
What do you mean tardy tackiness?
So it was like picking up like. It was like goopy booger like squishy shit like.
Ew.
Ew. You could so tell that better. I'm fucking weak. I'll tell it the way Angel told me when he came home and told me about it, yo. Tell me why. So Angel went to fuck with this girl. He comes home, he's like, yo, tell me why I was eating this bitch out. And I pull my head back because I feel something like hanging. And like a whole booger substance just came back at me. And I'm like from her cha-cha, he's like, yeah, bro, like it just like a big old booger just fell. And I was like,
oh my god.
Damn, son.
What is that? What does that mean?
I don't know. It could be like some
but
pH meals.
This just came.
But yeah, he never fucked her again after that. That was
wouldn't.
his traumatizing story. But yeah, extraterrestrials. I feel like I was abducted by aliens when I was younger.
Yeah, I don't have any extraterrestrial stories. I think that when aliens come back, it's gonna, yeah.
You don't think they've come back yet?
I mean, they're back here. We're communicating. But I think when they really come, they're gonna come. They're gonna fuck us up.
I think they're here. They've been here, and they're slowly taking us over, bro. Like I think all of the people in higher up government are all just like either clones that are being controlled by extraterrestrials or something like that. Or it's them themselves just playing the role of a fucking human on Earth. As like, what? But I feel like I was abducted by aliens when I was like maybe 12 or something, because when I was like 13, I was at my friend's house and I was getting like changed in front of her, and she was like saying, "Yo, you got this weird ass scar like across your back, horizontal." What is this? This is horizontal, right?
This is horizontal. Yeah, this is horizontal, and this is vertical, and this is diagonal. And
this is a big ass head. So, I had a scar that just appeared in the middle of my back, and my friends were like, "Bro, where'd that come from?" And I was like, "Dude, I've never seen that before." So I asked my parents. I'm like, "Yo, yeah, have I ever like been sliced across the back?" It was a deep
used and
scar.
abused.
It was like a deep scar sideways, and it just like I've never had surgery. I've never been cut open. My parents have no idea where it had come from, and Yeah, and I don't really have a good childhood memory since then, so I think I was just, abducted and they cut my ass in half, maybe experiments.
I remember when you was a kid, Des, you never abducted.
You remember me as a kid? Because you
Yeah.
ran away from me as a kid.
Yeah, I remember you as a kid because you fucking traumatized me.
Okay, well, you ran away from me, though, so, like, you weren't around me too long.
No, I was there. But,
Not always.
I think my most traumatizing times in life as a kid was when I was in your guys' vision.
Yeah, because
like supervision.
You were not traumatized as a kid. You were, like, very spoiled growing up.
No.
Oh, we're not doing that?
No, you guys terrorized me because I was the younger cousin and you took advantage of that.
Oh my gosh. Sir, I bullied all my cousins.
You hear this, guys? This is crazy talk.
I was the oldest.
So, I think... Yeah, Angel, how you talk about crazy talk? What, you got a bandana on your head like that?
Yeah.
Let's talk about aliens.
Do you guys believe that we're in a simulation or in an actual... We're probably like...
I
think
we're in a mini-verse.
I think it's hard. That's really tough for me because I feel like I've seen glitches. Like I've seen birds and shit that are flying in the air and they're just in one place just sitting, but they're flying, they're flapping, they're going hard, but they're just chilling.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's a glitch. But yeah, I mean, how do you feel about us being in like a computer game or like what? Like, do you think someone's watching down on us? Do you think someone's like writing a story and like we're the story that they're writing or something?
I always think that we're watched because we're watched by China, we're watched by other places.
Okay, but other than China and shit, we're talking about like outside our planet.
Well, I was gonna get to that.
No. But, straight to it.
But alright, well, just like how countries attack each other and always watch each other, it's just as well as like how aliens would do it to other planets. So when I said I was getting to it, I was getting to it. Thank you.
If you can talk that quiet, you gotta talk into the mic, buddy. Like this.
I'm right here. I've been watching that radar thing go up every time here too, so I know when I have to speak louder. But anyway, so what do you guys want to talk about now?
Oh, I had a topic. What's something that you found while snooping that you wish you never found?
Nothing, because I really always minded my business. I feel like
yeah.
Yo, Angel, watch your feet, please. Wash your feet, please.
What I'm watching? What do you mean?
You were tapping the fucking black block right there that's powering the mics, and that outlet is very.
My foot wasn't touching it.
I watched it. It tapped the block. I watched it.
Okay,
please don't say it didn't tap. Just watch your feet,
man. It tapped it one time.
Because then the fucking mics are gonna go on. We're not gonna know.
I've been watching it, bro.
I have been too. So I'll let you know.
One time.
I have a side view. You have a front view. Remember that.
I'm having the whole view.
All right. So yeah, I mean, as a kid, I never really snooped. Like I always stayed in my lane. I feel like the only time that I snooped is when like I got something taken away from me and they tried to hide it, and I would go snooping back for it. But like, I wasn't a snooper as a kid. How about you? Did you ever find something that you didn't want to find when you were snooping? Like a dead body or something, or a dildo, or...
I mean, maybe, like, I went to the park in my neighborhood, and it was a rough park, and there was, like, a gun there. We found one time there was condoms and needles and shit there all the time, so, I mean, that's...
Here in Geneva?
Yeah, Lafayette Playground. Like, where I used to live, it was, like, right across the street from my house, and everyone would be over there playing basketball all the time, and it was, like, a spot that people would go smoke and hook up, and it just became, like, a shithole. We weren't allowed over there anymore, but when we did go over there, like, we just found hella shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah. What about you, Angel? Anything you found you wish you didn't?
No.
Is there anything you've walked in on that you wish you didn't?
No, but every single day I can hear my upstairs neighbors having sex, and they aren't. Yeah, I don't want to hear it, but I just turn my TV up every day. How about you guys?
I've definitely like walked in on my dad fucking bitches when I was younger that I wish I never saw.
Oh, when I was at my Uncle Mike's house, when he still lived here in New York, I had walked. Well, me and my cousins and I, we were all playing like hide and seek tag or something. And I was running or something. I was running away from somebody, and I barged in his room and ran to the side of his bed. I ran to the side of his bed, and obviously, he was just trying to do the deeds with whoever he was with at the time. But he just started hitting me. Started hitting me, and I ran up out that room. I was like, I'm so sorry. And yeah, that was like the closest thing like I ever like walked in on. But like,
yeah,
I was young. I was like 8.
Yeah, I was pretty young too, honestly.
Yeah, I have some memories with my other cousins, Mariah and Cynthia.
Yeah.
There's one time when they were still living here in New York. In Fairport, it was a 2-story house, and their rooms were on the 2nd story. And I don't know why, I don't know what we did, but we got in trouble and we weren't allowed back outside that day. So we went
come into the out.
We had went into their bedrooms and we were like, yo, we're gonna make a parachute, right? And we're gonna jump out the fucking window. And we're like 8 or 9, 10 at this time.
No way.
So we put on backpacks, empty out the backpacks and stuff, and we try to tie blankets to the backpacks, right? And like me, I jumped first. That shit did not work. That hurt. And
weren't they on the 1st floor though? So how far you had to jump?
No, they're on the 2nd floor with all the bedrooms.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and there was like a bush underneath the window too, but I just missed that.
Damn.
And yeah, we had jumped out the window, but then we had to get back inside and the doors were locked and stuff. So
you had to get his attention.
Yeah.
Damn.
To get back inside.
I found another cool one. What's a split-second decision you made that's changed your life?
A split-second decision that has changed my life?
Yeah.
Well, a split-second decision that I made was trying to change lanes in traffic, and I ended up totaling my Honda. How about you guys?
I would say like split. I said that changed your life. Oh, I guess that's a negative way it changed your life. Yeah, I was thinking more positive.
Yeah, I don't have anything like changing like that.
I mean, obviously my kids are decisions that's changed my life. Probably I think my most recent would be at my job, where I was working a 9 to 5 and I literally fucking hated it, and I just knew that I wanted to do something better, and no one was going to teach me, so I decided to go back to school and learn it my own way. So one day we were having like a meeting, and the lady told me to stop being slow or something disrespectful, and I was like, this is the very last time someone will disrespect me in this bitch, and I walked clean out. And then I told him, I was like, listen, I gotta go pursue what I gotta pursue. Y'all aren't treating me right. And then, like, she texted me, and I was like, and I responded to her with what she responded to me in the meeting, which was like, you're slow or something like that. I can't remember exactly. Actually, I could pull it up. Pending. Why don't you talking to? You have a split-second decision that changed your life?
Bless you.
Thank you. Damn, they're gone. I got a new phone.
Probably leaving Florida.
Was that a split-second like decision, like, or like, did you have to think about that one?
No, it was definitely in the heat about like my mom was like really trying to get out of there, I guess.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too long. I was there like half of my life, but most of my life was spread. The rain until now has been spread out kind of from Colorado and back. I also lived in Boston, Massachusetts
There's nothing that split second change your life?
Just moving, traveling.
Alright, here's one. It's for guys, okay? What is a big turnoff that girls still think is sexy? Go.
What is a big turnoff that girls still think is sexy?
Yeah. Some guys.
What is a big turnoff that girls still think is sexy?
I'm gonna read what they have on the Reddit thing right here, and you guys can agree or disagree. How about that?
Guys stripping for them.
Well, wait. I'm gonna pull up all the answers, and then you guys tell me if yes or no. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the first one is playing hard to get. Yay or nay? Do you like when a girl plays hard to get?
I like that because it means that you're not easy.
Okay. Angel?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, what?
When a girl doesn't tell you what she wants.
Wait, yeah, what, Angel? You gotta be more specific. Yeah, what? Yeah, I rode my bike. Yeah, I went to school. What? I hate that. You gotta be more specific.
Yes, you agree with it, or
I'm lost on them.
All right, what's the next one?
Okay, it was playing hard to get, right? Or no, that was when a girl doesn't tell you what she wants. Like
yeah,
she thinks it's cute.
That's
like,
just annoying.
Guess what I want, and
no,
you don't like that shit.
I think it's annoying when a female is like, "Oh, what do you want, like to eat?" And you're like, "Oh, I'm down for anything. It's up to you." And she's like, "Well, what do you want?"
Right.
Fuck. I don't give a fuck.
I'm surprised you say that, because, like,
I'm not picky. Please don't say I'm picky.
No, but you're more dominant, so I would feel like you would want to decide where to go. Like, wouldn't you, want to take the initiative?
But, I guess. I mean, if she can't make up her mind to where she wants to go...
So wouldn't you prefer her to not make up her mind so you could make it for her?
See, to me, it doesn't matter where, because I'll eat anywhere, but I'm always thinking, like, yeah, I'm not going to pay and go somewhere for us to both eat, and I pay for your food, and you just waste it because you're not feeling
you're not
it.
Eating it. What about you,
you
Angel?
pick.
If you bring someone else somewhere, like, you would think that...
It's if a girl, like... if you like when a girl, like, doesn't tell you what she wants. Like, you pick it for her, basically. I feel
like you would never be able to figure her out.
Do you like a girl to do that or no?
No.
Okay.
All right. The next one is having an attitude all the time.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because I should not have to go out there, grind, do whatever I have to do to bring the bread home, feed the family, and eat. Now you're challenging me. I just had to go out and face the world. Like, no, I'm gonna come home to you. Hey, how was your day? You want some food? You want a sandwich? What's going on? No, I'm not gonna do the whole attitude thing because there's no reason to have an attitude, especially when I'm providing.
Okay. What about you, Angel?
Repeat that question.
Do you like when a girl has an attitude all the time?
No.
Like a personality, like a loud personality?
No.
No, I feel like you'd like someone like more dominant like that. No.
Yeah, I think it's a really big turnoff when a girl is like, "Oh, I can't find a man because no one can deal with me." Bro, I don't feel like a man should have to deal with you.
What about like, brutally honest girls?
I like that. You should always be honest.
Brutally honest.
Be upfront. Yeah, I like that. Be upfront.
Okay, Angel.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna let myself be known as well as let yourself be known. So yeah, to equal out.
Yeah, you probably gotta talk closer to the mic.
Yeah, you definitely do. Like look how we're talking and he's over here chilling.
Yeah. Look how high it's been going. I've been watching it, bro. See, it's still been going high. But yeah, I pretty much answered that.
Yeah.
So what's the next question now?
Girls who are just jerks to the people around them. Like, they think they're stuck up, basically.
Oh, no, I don't like a stuck up bitch.
You don't?
No.
Because you were talking about how you wanted a Victoria's Secret model. You don't think them bitches are stuck up?
Well, of course they're going to be stuck up, but, I mean, I don't want someone stuck up all the time. Like, you can be stuck up about what you're stuck up about. Like, say, like, okay. Like, I don't know. That's a hard one to get into because it's like, yo, Angel, watch your fucking foot, dude. Like, you see it chilling on the block like he's comfortably chilling on the block.
It was chilling on the block.
Fuck.
You have a leg rest. Pull your leg rest out.
Right.
So you like girls that are brutally honest, yeah or nay? No.
Dude's gonna turn off her fucking mics with his foot.
Wow. So I'm surprised you don't want someone that's honest with you. You'd prefer someone.
I thought we were at the next question.
What do you think I said?
Look at you. You're not even talking to the mic still. That shit's so bothersome. That shit's so bothersome. Look.
I know. Talking slang and flirting with other guys in front of you.
Why would I like that?
You don't want a girl to talk your slang?
Why would I want a girl who is flirting with other guys right in front of me?
I don't know, to like boost your sex drive or something.
Boost my sex drive? You're flirting some with people other dudes right in front of me.
Yeah, but she's not fucking them. It's like foreplay. You know what I'm saying?
You're not coming home with me. Go home with them. You want their attention? Go home with them.
You get your feelings hurt easily.
No, it's just like why are you flirting with them right in front of me? That's mad.
What if it was like pre-discussed and you were like, yeah, go flirt with that guy over there, get us some drinks, you know?
Okay, then that's a whole different thing. That's a finesse. We're finessing at a bar, but like, if you're flirting with some other dude in front of me, you can go home with him.
Okay, so you don't find it a turn on when like your girl like gets attention from other guys?
No, I mean, it's cool because it means that like she's wanted, but it's like, does she give into the attention?
No, she's just flirting. She's getting the attention.
Ignore it? Does she brush it off, or does she?
She's flirting with them, so she's giving some.
Yeah, no, I don't want that.
Okay, Angel, you?
No.
You don't want your girl to be flirting with other dudes? See, personally, I think that shit's like hot, cause like your dude's not taking them dudes aren't able to take her home. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like foreplay.
Maybe I'm different in this perspective of like, just do it. You can do whatever you want when I'm not around.
I think you like that, Des, because you're a female, so it's like, okay, guys are giving you attention and guys are buying you drinks and buying you stuff, and it's like, but you don't have to go home with them. You can go home with your dude, but guys are still buying you stuff. So I think it's
saving my dude's
definitely
pockets, though,
different,
you know?
from
like,
it's different for males and females.
You don't think you could go get a drink from the bar from a female?
I mean, no.
You're so bugging. You could.
Females go to bars to get drinks from guys.
You're going to the wrong females, then. I bet you a cougar would definitely buy his ass a drink.
Okay, I guess if you're at a cougar bar. If you're at a cougar bar.
Oh my goodness. Y'all are fiending. Where's your vape set? Look, there's a vape right there. Why don't you go smoke your vape? Can I hit mine?
It's dead.
Here. Anyways.
Yeah. Yo, there was this one time I was with my ex-girlfriend. And I was with some of her friends because they were gay, and it was National Gay Day or whatever, you know.
Friday.
And they wanted to go to the gay bar. You already know me, you guys. So they're out here bringing me to the whole gay bar.
He was like, "I'm gonna go, guys."
No, I really didn't really have a choice, but yeah. So I kind of went, and So they were saying, well, not they, but she was saying that like I was looking homophobic because my facial expression's up in there.
Yeah.
And they were tossing out T-shirts and stuff at like a drag show that they had. So like I've definitely been to one. You can't say that I haven't. I don't like that stuff. They were throwing T-shirts and shit. It had some like love everybody or something on the T-shirt. So I was changing into the T-shirt, right? And this old dude was looking me up and down, and it was really making me uncomfortable. So, yeah.
So you dipped?
So yeah, I didn't dip, but like I just like turned away from him.
Okay. The next one is when a girl drops subtle hints instead of.
So yeah, Des.
What?
I think that's the gay experience I needed to know that I'm not gay.
A dude looking at you from across the bar while changing your shirt.
Yeah. I was uncomfortable the whole time. If it was a female, I'd have been like, I got my girl here, but like, but it's made me uncomfortable.
You got uncomfortable because a guy found you attractive?
Yeah, not that is how he was looking at me. Like I don't mind gay people. I love everybody. I'm accepting of everybody, but if you bring the energy towards me, then it's like, all right, back up, buddy.
Okay.
And he was bringing the energy towards
from across the bar. It's like he approached you.
He saw that jawline was like,
It wasn't from across the bar, across the club, because we were at a club and we went upstairs and there was like a little like corner area over here, and we were like 15 feet away from him, and he was chilling in the corner area, and
maybe he's just admiring the view. At least he didn't come up to you and say anything. You know what I'm saying? He was being respectful.
But they did try to have me go up to like older guys and try to get them to buy us drinks, and I wasn't with that.
Yeah, I bet.
So yeah, but what were you saying?
Do you like when girls like drop hints about things instead of just coming out and asking for them?
I mean, I pick up on hints well, so I mean, it doesn't really matter to me.
Okay. Angel?
Doesn't matter to me.
You said what?
He copied you. Copy you.
Repeat it. Oh shit.
Do you like when a girl like drops hints about stuff, or do you like when she's like more
It's
forward
easier
with
to
it?
get the hints. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I would probably go with that.
Why do you put D? You put D's on yours on weak. Okay.
What is the next question?
All right. The next one is. Trust me, telling it like. Would you prefer a girl to tell you exactly what you want, what they want you to do, or would you prefer to like figure her out on your own?
I love when a girl tells me exactly what she wants, because then I don't have to play the game of jumping through hoops to figure out what she wants. Like that whole "what do you want to eat" thing. Oh, I don't know. What do you want? Oh, I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. Well, I don't know. You pick. Well, it doesn't matter to me. Well, you. Yeah, I don't want to jump through hoops. I just want you to tell me what the fuck is up. What's going on?
Right.
Don't play that third person hiding over here. I don't know.
Yeah. What about you, Angel?
Exactly. He wasn't even paying attention.
He's
look at him,
bro. He just gives
he's zoomed out.
No, it's just because I didn't.
We've been sitting here for too long.
Yeah.
You got ADHD.
All right. I mean, yeah, right. I mean, we can wrap it up.
All right. One last topic. One last topic before we wrap it up. What's the last topic? Let's switch it up.
What do we hope to be in this coming future?
No, us, because I feel like we talked about that in the first one with like our business ideas and shit, like, you know what I mean? So let's yeah.
Where do you see yourself?
Where do I see myself in the future? In the future, I see myself, you know, if I'm serious about this podcast stuff, so I feel like I could have like, what I want to do is do the food truck stuff, get my money up with that little bit business and start that business, and then if this is booming enough where I could like really be like serious about it, then I'm gonna get like a little restaurant or something, like a little milkshake spot, still sell my milkshakes, and in the back have like a little like studio area or something where like people who create content or whatever can come through, slide through and make some content and like rent that room out if you want to do a podcast or whatever. But yeah, that's what I want to do. Where do you guys see yourselves in the future?
Somewhere in the music industry, unfortunately, but maybe not more behind the scenes in the industry.
So really. What'd you say, like independent, not signed to a label?
Yeah, more so, or like ghostwriting.
Okay. People. How about you, Des? Where do you see yourself in the future?
This year we're opening our food truck, and I'm doing a t-shirt business just as like a side hustle, but that's obviously my main hustle and focus is the food truck. I'm graduating college this year with my business admin degree, and just overall like escaping the 9-to-5, just trying to run my businesses and free up more time to spend more time with my kids so I can escape this fucking rat race that we live in.
Yeah.
Also, I have a fun history fact I thought we could throw facts in at the end. Ready? So, at the end of our podcast, we're going to be adding random facts. Today's fact is, soldiers in World War I would deliberately have sex with STD-ridden prostitutes so they could claim medical leave and be discharged out of the war. Ding! That's it.